Hey everybody, a quick tip here on how to mirror objects. Like let's say you want to mirror something on both sides or even on both ends and even on the opposite end. The best way to do that is there's a free add-on called Machine 3 Tools, and you can install it. It's on GitHub. Just look for Machine 3 Tools, and then at that point there's a lot of options on what you can enable, what you have not enabled. And I've only got cleanup, mirror, and mode pi enabled. But when mirror is enabled, after you get anything enabled over here, you will come over here to the key maps, and then they will show up here in their own window, and then you'll be able to set the key map for them. So for example, on the mirror, it's shift and option X, Y, or Z to mirror on the X, Y, or Z axis. And for a Mac, it's Alt, I believe or maybe it's Option. Anyway, Windows I think is Option and Mac is Alt. But anyway, the Alt Option key on the Mac is the same. So it's Shift, and I'm going to say Alt here. Alt X, Shift Alt Y, Shift Alt Z, and that works for a variety of things. So for example here, say, I use Fluent as a cutter, as a Boolean maker, cutter, whatever. And anyway, so I've got an object here, and I want to have it over here and over here and over here, and maybe even on the bottom. So what I would do is, and you have to understand the difference between a selected object and an active object. Now you can have it mirror around the cursor, but it's not, even if you set it by default, it doesn't stick. So you got to come down here to this little menu down here, and you've got to click it. So, but if you want to mirror it around the object itself, which is preferential, I think, this is how you do it. The first thing you select is the selected object, and then you hold shift and you select the object that you're going to mirror around. So that is the active object. So it is going to mirror the selected object around the mirror object. And now that we've got this active, you're going to, if you want to shift it over here, it's going to be Shift Alt Y. And then if you want it down here mirrored on the x-axis, it's Shift Alt X. And then if you want it down on the bottom, Shift Alt Z. And you can see I got those items mirrored. Excuse me. But if you come down here, you can see that you can activate across the cursor, but we did it across the object. And all it really does is it adds a mirror modifier to this object. It adds a mirror object over here. And here's the Y, the X, and the Z. So it's actually three mirrors it throws on there. So that's mirroring my cutters. Now, it also works for objects. So I've got an object here, and let's say we want to mirror that. So we select that, and we select the object that it's going to mirror on, making it the active object. And to do it across the Y, we do Shift Alt Y, and on the X, Shift Alt X, and then down on the bottom is Shift Alt Z. And there it has mirrored. So this object is just a simple mesh object, and as you can see, it throws 3 mirror modifiers on there without you having to think about it, just by installing Mesh 3 tools or Machine 3 tools, and that helps, I think. Very helpful. Let me know what you think.